4 women, 1 unidentified, referred to as Buffalo Woman, and 3 identified as Indigenous First Nations women, 24-year-old Rebecca Contois, 39-year-old Morgan Beatrice Harris, and 26-year-old Mercedes Myron were all murdered in Winnipeg by the same man, 35-year-old Jeremy Skibicki. Skibicki was charged on May 18th for first-degree murder against Rebecca Contois and was charged at the end of November for the additional 3 murders. Skibicki, turns out, after looking at his social media, was a self-declared member of Holy Europe, a far-right fascist white supremacy group that promotes forced Christianity and preserving the white bloodline, which is just gross. And his pages also included violent, anti-Semitic, and misogynistic sentiments. And to paint an even broader picture of this man, here is a clip on some of his past relationships.
In 2015, Jeremy was convicted of assaulting his partner. He grabbed her by her hair, punched her in the face multiple times, tried to strangle her, and threatened to kill her while she was pregnant. For that, he only served 2 months in jail and was given 2 years probation, and that partner of his filed for a protection order, but it was denied. 3 years later, he married another woman, and after a year of marriage, she filed a protection order because of continuous AB and him threatening to kill her.
Just a real nice stand-up guy. A real pillar of the community, who, according to his lawyer, will be pleading not guilty to all charges on his next hearing on January 13th, 2023. Now, the community is understandably distraught, especially considering Skibicki is not being charged with any hate crimes, despite seemingly targeting only Indigenous women, and also because there is essentially what the Missing and Murdered Indigenous Women and Girls National Inquiry are calling a race-based genocide of their people, and all leadership seems to be doing about it is saying, we need to do better.
I don't want to be another missing and murdered Indigenous woman on a missing persons poster, and year after year we see hundreds of them scattered across billboards in the city, and nobody blinks an eye. And then when we're found, society just kind of watches, they cry and they grieve, and then they forget about us until the next story. And we're not a story, we're people and we're human beings, and that's what the world needs to realize. I don't want to see this happen again. I don't want to be next. I protested for Tina Fontaine when she was found because it hurt me personally as a young Indigenous girl. I realized that my mother was stolen from me as well, and this is an ongoing crisis. That's what I want the world to ask themselves. Why are we allowing it to happen? And why does it keep happening? Why is it so normalized in society to just watch our women be wiped away and to forget like it's nothing?
Protesters and activists are calling for action as the police refuse to search where the remains are believed to be buried. Now, that area is a large landfill where over 10,000 truckloads of trash and 9,000 tons of clay have been dumped since the murders took place. However, Indigenous people, especially women, are often abandoned and forgotten, and when they go missing, it's often underreported.
Here are some statistics from nativewomenswilderness.org, and one of them is that over 84% of Indigenous women experience violence. Another statistic that I read that's from nativehope.org is that in 2016, there were 5,712 reports of missing Indigenous women and girls, and the U.S. Department of Justice only logged 116 cases. That percentage is absolutely ridiculous.
This is why what some people mistakenly view as harmless ads or harmless costumes and performances aren't harmless. They promote racism and they promote violence against Indigenous communities. Thank you so much for watching. If you got something out of this video, please like and share it. Consider subscribing to The Breakdown on YouTube, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.